Hello everyone, welcome. My name is Tiffany, I'm a Tipsy Artist. Today we're going to be doing an unboxing of a wonderful paint pouring project and then also a tutorial as we guide you through all the projects in here. So this is the beautiful box that it comes in, and then if you order from us it also comes inside another box, and we have other party favors and supplies in there as well. So let's go ahead and start by opening this up, and I've taken a little peek to begin with. So we do have some color instructions that are very informative and helpful. And I just dropped those. I didn't even know where to get it, so, but I promise you they're there. I will get them in here in a second. And then we have your straws. We'll use these as a tool. We can blow out either a galaxy scene or flowers. So these are going to be very helpful. Flowers is actually not part of the process with this, but I'm going to go ahead and add that today just because I think it looks really cool. So there's that. So we also have an apron here for you. You can also use that as potentially a table cover too. Just kind of depends. I would definitely wear something that you don't care about getting paint on. Has protective gloves. I usually don't use those, but you're more than welcome to. Then we have some fun glitter. And then we have the painting boards. So they're very sturdy, multiple sizes here. So we've got this size, and basically there are 4 of those. And then we have 2 of the bigger 6x6. And we've got a little dropper. So we're going to be doing a wonderful technique with this. And then little wooden sticks to go ahead and use as stirring. Then there are some really fun stickers here for you that you can, it's optional, you can use those at the end. Kids love that. And then the paint is nicely protected in this cardboard here like that. And we have all of these wonderful colors here for that. And we've got your little paint cups we can pour into. And then of course the box is also really nice to use to go ahead and do your shifting, and once you get the paint pouring down, then you can use this to help keep everything secure in this box. So really very nice. And let's go ahead and switch camera views and we'll get a little bit organized here. All right. So the instructions for the last hour. Okay. So let me go ahead and put my box back in place and move some of my computer here out of the way. Also, other supplies that are helpful, once you open the box and read the instructions, you will learn that you will need to have 1, or however many you want to do, but you'll need some sheets of paper towels and then scissors to go ahead and cut that to be the same exact size as the board. So for example, depending on what size you want to do, see I have those that tear into little half sheets. So here's what's beautiful about that. It's actually already perfectly the size of that 6x6, so you don't even have to cut it. So if you buy your little paper towels like I do, where they do the half tears, you're going to be all good to go. Or you could trim it up to match. Alright, I'm going to place that off to the side for now. So I've got my boards over here. I'm going to get my keyboard out of the way. Put this in place. So this is what you can use to keep your projects in so that they stay tidy. And then I'm going to go ahead and lay out all of my little tools here. We have our little wooden stirring sticks, the dropper. You've got your gloves. I'm going to place mine off to the side. One more size there for a board. There's my glitter. That's also optional. And then this is that apron. I'm going to place that off to the side too. I'm always covered in paint. I don't worry too much about getting paint on me. pair of scissors nearby, so I'm going to go ahead and do a little cut. Take the straws out. There we go. Alright, so the very first step that we have here is okay. So I'm going to grab one of these smaller boards here. So this is just a little what is the measurement on this? I feel like it might be a 3 by 3. Alright, so with this first project, we're going to do the little drip drop. So we're going to use that little dropper just like this, and then we're just going to play a little bit with some of these colors here. So I'm going to go ahead and put this down, actually put it into the light. There's no seal, so the paint's all ready to go. Beautiful mix of colors here. This red is a beautiful kind of cool red, but it's almost like, honestly, it looks more like a fuchsia color. So it's very pretty, almost like a hot pink, and then white, primary yellow, beautiful blue, and then a turquoise color. Alright, so here we go. I'm going to go ahead and take the dropper, do a little squeeze. Scrape the excess off the end here. I'm going to do a little drop. Just kind of lightly drop onto the surface here. Alright, so that gives you an idea of how that works. Now, one of the things that I'm noticing right away off the top here is in order to proceed with a different color and not contaminating the rest of your bottles, you would have to rinse this out thoroughly before all those steps. So I'm not exactly, in terms of timing, I have water obviously nearby, but in terms of time, I'm not really prepared for that, to go ahead and clean this out. So I'm going to just, you've got the basic understanding of how that works. So if you wanted to proceed and do additional colors on this, then I would rinse this out, and then you could come back in with those additional colors and play with that a little bit. Now, since this is a bit blah, you know, you can kind of let it run, or you can do your little straw and do a little blow here. And then again, but as you add different colors to it, that would obviously make that quite a bit more lovely there. So I'm going to go ahead and proceed to the next step here. I'll let this set off to the side. Okay, then we have this wonderful flip cup. So we're going to use a much bigger board for this. So I'll have this nearby. Now I'm going to take one of my cups here. And it's also important to note that depending on the size of the board, if you're going to have color completely fill the top of this one larger board, then you're going to want to fill up the cup with color till about right there. If you're doing a smaller board, then you obviously want to use a much smaller portion, so you can only maybe fill to about right there. So you can start to layer the color. I'm going to go ahead and start with this beautiful white. So just do a little pour. Actually, shift this a little bit. So do that. So next color will be a little dollop of this beautiful pink color. So I'm going to do a little circle right in the center of the white. Very pretty. I'm going to do another little circle of yellow. And a circle of the blue. And then another little circle of the turquoise. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and take this larger board. We're going to firmly place it over the top. Okay. And I'm going to hold it very securely to where there's no room, there's no space between the top of the cabinet and the bottom of the board here, and then I'm going to do a flip, and we're going to let that rest for a little bit here. And pull up. Alright, so with this next phase, what you can do, there's lots of fun things you can do, but you can just kind of let it playfully glide side to side. That makes a really beautiful design. If you want to let it completely run off the edges, you've got your box that can allow that to happen, allow a little bit of mess, which is kind of nice. You can also use your straw here and be a bit more playful with the direction of the paint. You can see that makes some very different textures, and look at that, how there's kind of a nice little bubbling effect that happens when I did the glow on there. So that's a really fun look. I'm going to go ahead and place this up to the side here. Very quickly. If you're at home and you didn't use your paper, I didn't. Just place it up to the side and let it circle. Alright. I'm also going to show you. There's two different techniques that can be done on this next one, where it either looks like a puddle pour or you can make a flower. So just showing you the puddle pour, I'm going to go ahead and start with the white first. Oh, I had a spill. It was pretty wide, I got turquoise everywhere. This is my paint table, so it's fine. Go ahead and do a little pour of white. I think I'm going to go ahead and do my lids just in case here, since I have a big old mess. Then I'm going to do a little circle right in the middle with that pink. So this is what we call a petal pour, and it definitely makes a really beautiful pattern all on its own. So you can leave that as is, and you can do more of that very same technique. So let me give you another example here. We'll do a circle of the pink. And then we'll do a little circle of the yellow. So you can make those kinds of patterns all over, and then just let them move a little bit, let them shift. So it's just a really fun geometric pattern that's really kind of cool and organic. So that's a fun thing to do. You can also come back in with your straw, and we're going to do a little flower here. Alright, so I'm going to start with this side where I've got my white circle and I've got my hot pink on top. So I'm going to go ahead and do a little blowout here. And I'm going to blow into like little petal formations. Okay, you see how that's a beautiful flower pattern? So next up, I'm going to do another layer on top of that. And you can't just leave that alone. That's actually quite stunning just on its own. But I'm going to do another little circle of white. And then we're going to do some of this turquoise little circle right in the middle. And we're going to come back in and do another blowout. So again, it's just another layer to that flower. And then you could just come right back in and do one more little circle right in the middle. And I'm just going to let that be the center of my flower. And I'm going to just leave that just as it is. And then if you wanted to, you could make more petal pores around this. So let's do it different. Color variation here, so we'll do a little circle of the yellow. And we'll do a little circle of the blue. Okay, and then one more little petal pore over here to the side, just a little bit of turquoise. And let's do the hot pink on top. Alright, so you can leave those alone, or you can, again, you kind of shift it a little bit and help it move. That's up to you. It's all just a very experimental, playful process. So it just depends on what you like. Alright, so we're going to take some of these small ones here. Okay, and we're going to do what's called, this is going to be a galaxy. So we've got our hot pink to begin with. We'll do another shade here, just in case. We're just going to go in a spiral. And very gentle hand. So just a lot of flow to it. Spiral. I see why they tell you to wear the gloves. I don't care because I get paint on myself all the time anyway, but you at home, you would probably want to wear the gloves. So with the galaxy, I'm going to go ahead and I just did 2 colors. You can certainly do more if you want. Just kind of spin it around, see where it goes. I'm kind of digging this, that it sort of looks like a heart. So I'm going to work with that. I'm going to blow out in those directions. Looks like a little heart. I like that. See? Happy little accidents in your universe. Okay, and then this is going to be that paper towel move that they talked about. Of course, I just destroyed my paper towel. But I have another one here. So I am going to do like little stripes of color. So let's go ahead and do some of this turquoise. I'm just going to run it across in a stripe. Do the blue. Do the yellow. Finish off with this beautiful turquoise. Alright, so we have our paper towel, and they did say it would be better to have it be the same size. So I grabbed another one of these that I keep all the time, and it's nicely the exact same size as the board. So I'm just going to gently let that touch, and then I'm going to do a slight drag here to hold one side and just pull. Hold the other side, just pull that out. So that is really cool too. You can see the bubbling effect that happened with the drag. And my paper towel really pretty as well. So that's a nice look. So nice rainbow drag with the paper towel. And we've got one more here. I'm going to go ahead and do another little, I like the ones where you just put it in the cup and do the flip cup. So we'll just start with a different mix in terms of the layering and the order. I'm going to start with the white. Four there. And let's go blue next. I just want to put this way you can see it better. Do a little circle. Turquoise. Alright, so I'm going to do this lovely pour here. I'm just going to pour it on. instead of doing the flip cut, because we did that once, this would just be a random fork. And then we're just going to go ahead and play, move around. See how beautiful that's becoming. And again, you can flip it all the way off the ends if you want. I'll do one example of that. So I'm going to just go ahead and run it completely off. And that way the entire board will be completely covered. I'm even noticing that some of the droppings from this are quite lovely, so you could even drop onto some of your existing work too, and just see what that looks like. So we've got some fun magic happening there. And then also remember your little straw. So if you want to come back in, blow that out to the end. You can see it definitely changed it quite a bit, so you can decide if you like the look of that, or I will say it did get a bit more subdued and definitely had a lot more of the green come into play, and it was quite a bit more vibrant in the beginning. So after you watch this, you can make a decision as to what choice you want to make with that. But that is really beautiful. So every time you do this, it will absolutely turn out to be very, very different. I'm going to go ahead and bring back in our other projects here, so you can see all of these. So we saw what that looked like, and I might even want to come back in with my straw here and work on some of these just in case. Let's just see what happens. Oh, I just interrupted the flow here of the other flower, so I'm making like another flower off to the other side. So I kind of blow it out like a petal pattern. Almost looks more like a starfish. See, as you blow into it, you can see how it has more of that marble in the cut. It's really pretty. Lots of fun opportunities here. And you can just let these set up and dry completely, or you can continue to play with your straw and see what different movement you get between the two of them. The box has plenty of space for all these to set up and dry too. And then this was the one that we showed you here in the beginning with the dropper. So because we were only able to do that one color, what you can do is you can actually do more with the dropper by just pouring into a cup. That's what I'm going to do anyway. That way you're not contaminating the pure color that's in your just do that. And let's do some yellow. Place this to where you can see it. The last project there. So you can see how it's picking up the pink and the turquoise. And it's already starting to create some different colors there. Let's do a little bit of some white. So again, this was just that drip drop technique. Also really pretty and we're getting a little bit closer. Alright, so fun. Now some of the other options that they provide, you cannot do the stickers yet because this all has to be set up and dry, but when they are set up and dry, you can use some of those too. We think that kids or kids at heart could just love that. Alright, and then let's go ahead and get a little bit of our glitter out. Okay, so we have little stars and we have glitter. And to me, this one looks more, it's kind of like it could be in outer space. Let's go ahead and put some of our little stars here. Let's sprinkle those about. And then let's do some of the glitter. Shake. Makes it very metallic looking. It's very pretty. Okay. So more fun elements to play with. Alright. Great job, everybody. Hopefully you didn't make as big of a mess as I did. But you know what? That's part of the fun. So it was awesome. Alright, thank y'all so much for joining me today. I had so much fun with y'all. And I'll provide the link below if you want to go ahead and purchase this from me. We do provide extra materials with our box alongside with this to make it all ready to go. But this was a lot of fun. We look forward to seeing y'all soon. Toodles!